friends. Hope you're doing well. So, stuff, things, etc. So, I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling good. I feel like mental health is improving quite steadily. Yeah, so I had a good weekend this weekend. I hung out with my girlfriend a lot. I slept a lot, which was good. And I went and saw a concert. Went and saw Jeff Rosenstock, who plays like ska, punk, indie rock kind of music. He's really good, and he's really fun live. You should go see it. What else did I do? I went and got a bunch of garbage food. There's a place in Omaha called 30 Birds, and they make these big chicken sandwiches that are amazing. So I had those with the girlfriend, and yeah, just kind of had like I spent some time. I think the biggest thing is Friday I spent time doing my own things. I think that's my version of relaxing, is working, but working on my own stuff. And I think I don't know why that's a revelation to me, because for the longest time, I was like, oh, you gotta relax. You're uptight. And it's like, the only time I'm never not uptight is when I'm working. But like, if I'm working on other people's stuff, I'm stressed about the expectation of how the work is gonna turn out. So, I spent some time. I made some videos for the other YouTube channel, and so I'm gonna take these two things. I'll make videos for this channel too, because on the other channel I just do 1 minute ASMR to kind of like field test ideas. But I've got a couple ideas. That's pretty good, right? So it's just playing with sounds, and I was like, man, that's what I really love to do, is just mess with sounds. And so this is a good one. Jesus, the computer's got a jet engine on it. I really like this ID badge holder. So I'm gonna make a video, because I've been making. I wanted to make the quick tingles videos again, which are just like shorter, like 5 minute or less ASMR videos, mostly no talking. But I've also been thinking like I should do kind of more focused rambling ones, which I don't know if you can really call them rambly ones, but maybe that's its own thing. But just like kind of, I don't know, it's like where I teach something maybe, or what is a stock? How do options work? How do you pick a stock? Stuff like that. How to get started investing in the market, because I could do that stuff in like 5 minutes. Yeah. Or I could just keep it to be sounds, which are fun. Both. Why not both? Let's do both. That's decided. Yeah. Also, I found a new band that's awesome. That's destroying me. I fucking love this band. They're called Rollo Tomasi. And they are, my favorite band right now is Death Heaven, which is like an atmospheric black metal band, which is like, I don't know what to think. You really can't stick them in one genre, because it's like equal parts, like a lot of stuff. It's like progressive and ambient and really heavy. And Rollo Tomasi is also progressive, in the sense, when I say progressive, it's technical guitar playing, and the time signatures are not for, because normally people are like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what people are used to. That's 4/4 time. And with like progressive music, you'll get time signature changes, and it'll be like, like 16/4 or like weird. I don't even know how to count that, even though I played instruments, and I've always been like, when I played in bands, I would always play those kind of time signatures, but I didn't know how to like count it. It just, like, I could just hear how it was supposed to sound. And I had a really good drummer, and all the bands I played with, it was the same drummer, and he could count it. And so then he would like tell everybody else what it was, and he would like help them figure out what the rhythm was, even though it was just kind of a weird really pretentious to say it like that, but yeah, it's something about like that complex rhythms I think I latch on to. So I've always been a big fan of bands like the Dillinger Escape Plan and math rock bands, which are less heavy screamy. You think about bands like American Football or why can't I think of any? I'm drawing blanks. I mean, Tiny Moving Parts, but they do screamy stuff. There's a lot of bands. Just if you Google math rock, it's all good. It's fun. Math rock and Midwest emo are like stuff I like, but then I also like kind of the complicated, heavy stuff. So I never really clicked with like Meshuggah, but like Dillinger Escape Plan I've been big on. Mastodon I'm big on, and then they got a lot less proggy here. The last couple albums, but their first couple are pretty good. I've always loved Baroness, but I don't think they're that progressive, really. But they do a lot of innovative stuff, and it's interesting. I like it a lot. But Jeff Heaven has been my favorite band for like the last year or two, and so this band, Romo Tomasi, is like equal parts like synthy dream pop and like Dillinger Escape Plan. So it's like, it's great because like the band is fronted by this like 5'2" little like 50-pound like blonde Scottish woman, and she screams and sings, and she does them both very well. And I don't just go listen to it. My favorite album of theirs so far is Time Will Die and Love Will Bury It, which is a good name for a metal-y album. And the first two songs are like really dreamy, and then it slowly like flips a switch in places, and it kind of flips the switch back and forth from like heavy aggressive to like dream pop stuff and ambient stuff, and it's really fun, and I really like it, so check them out. I don't know, they've been around since like 2005 apparently, and I'm like, I never heard of this band. Like, I love it, it's amazing. So that's got me really excited, because it's very rare for me to find new music that like clicks that hard with me. So I'm real excited about it, and it happened because I have a new computer, and I was listening to Def Evan, and I was laying on the floor. That's a new thing I've been doing, by the way. If you can't tell, I'm a little manic right now. But so I've been laying on the floor a lot, because I don't know, it's just more comfortable than like furniture. Give it a shot. Like, put down like a nice blanket and lay on the floor. Like, it's good. It feels nice. There's something to it. I don't know. I like it. And also another thing, lay on your back with your feet up in a chair, like at a 90-degree angle. So if you think like, if this is your body, you're laying flat, and then like these are your feet, you're up like that. Does that make sense? That's probably a bad example. But anyway, I'm about to start a new playlist called Manic ASMR. Yeah, so I was listening to Def Evan, and because I have a new computer, I don't have my Spotify preferences set, and so it just started playing Def Evan radio, and that came up, and I was like, what is this? I fucking love it, and then I got real into it, and now I'm real into them. Yes. Okay. I got water today. Trying to drink more water. I'm also really behind on my goals for the year of 2022. And so this week I've got like 3 full days off. I'm playing hockey once. I have a night job, which should only take like an hour or two, and then I have a full day job Friday. So I'm really trying to like stick some knives in my goal, for lack of a better term, and catch up. So gonna be going to some parks with the dog, because that's on the list. And I might try to make some videos at said parks, but it's also like crazy hot. Like, this time of year is like the hottest time for Nebraska. It's like gross, because it like gets like super hot, and then it storms a shitload. So it's muddy, it's hot, and it's humid, and it fucking sucks to live here in June. So if you ever want to come visit Nebraska, don't come in June. Yeah, or you'll see some real fucked up wild storms. Unless you want to see some fucked up wild storms, then come in June. You'll see some shit. I promise you. Anyway, where was I going with that? Yeah, so I just want to get a lot done. So, I went and looked on. So I have two YouTube channels I work at regularly, which is this channel, which I work at the hardest. I spend the most time on it. And then a white noise channel called Relaxing Recordings that I add a couple videos, but now that I have a new computer, I've been a little more gung-ho about throwing videos up there because they render a lot faster than they used to. Like, because I make like 10-hour long white noise videos over there mostly. And those videos would take like 20 hours to render, but now they take like 4, so it's way faster. And then I have my Ben Simmons channel, which is just I don't really know what it is. It's photography, videography, creativity. Like, there's a lot of tutorials on there. And I think I'm gonna keep making tutorials, but then I also want to kind of spin it off and give people a reason to subscribe beyond just the search. And so I've been doing a live stream over there called Office Hours, where I just answer questions. But because I don't have that many subscribers or viewers, I've just been going to Reddit and looking up questions and answering those. So if you have a question about camera stuff, go over there, watch the latest video, drop a comment, and I'll answer it next time I do a live stream, which I'm trying to do every Sunday to kind of build that muscle memory and that momentum. And then I have a movie review channel, which I really haven't done anything with. There's probably like 5 or 10 videos on there and like 2 actual reviews. And what's interesting is that the video that has the most views, I think, is a movie review of a movie called Let's Go to Prison. And it was the link in the bio for the Instagram for that page. And I thought people were just clicking on the link in the bio because I would infrequently post memes, a couple a month, even though I really wasn't updating the channel at all. But then I went and looked at the analytics, and it turns out it's all from search. And I was like, oh man, maybe there is more potential in movie reviews than I thought in terms of long tail, because that video has like 450 plays, which is like pretty good for a channel that has like 5 views and like 30 subscribers. So, ooh, I'm like, ugh. I think I have allergies, like minor allergies. They don't bug me that much, but it makes whispering like difficult sometimes. Yeah, so I'm thinking like, I think I'm gonna take one of those 2 channels. I'm not sure which one yet. I'm leaning towards more the creative one, but maybe the filmmaking channel, not the filmmaking, but the film review talking about movies channel, which is called So Good at Movies. If you want to go hear me ramble about movies, that's over there. I think that might have better potential, possibly, and for long term, because you think about it, at the very least, I think it's more straightforward, because it's like watch a movie, review a movie, and make some like top lists of things you like, and that's it. And it's very it's so straightforward, and I think my brain kind of likes that repetitive sort of like bink bonk bink bonk bink. It's just click clock click clock. It's just 2 steps. Watch a film, talk about it. Watch a film, talk about it. And then every so often make a list. And there's a lot of other ideas I have for that channel, as far as I think would be interesting to do, like a podcast, once it got bigger, because I would only do a podcast if I could get bigger people, and by bigger I mean DPs and gaffers and stuff, and to kind of get into the weeds a little bit, I think would be more what I'd want to do, as opposed to just kind of a generic podcast where you have like comedians on and you guys, shit talk movies. Because I don't want to shit talk movies. I just want to talk about what I like about them. And that's why the name is So Good at Movies. Well, that's one reason. The other reason is because I was like telling my ex-girlfriend trivia one time when we were dating, obviously. And she's like, wow, babe, you're so good at movies. And I was like, that's a great name. I'm gonna use that. And then I registered that, and then I haven't done shit with it. And I've had that account since like 2016. So probably to 2022, it's been enough. It's been 6 years. Like, maybe I should make some fucking shit for that. Yeah. Maybe I'll just, I think you really gotta gung-ho one or the other. Because if you're trying to build 2 channels with less than 100 subscribers to 1,000, which is what you need to get monetized. I think you're gonna have a tough go trying to do 2. I think it's easier to just pick one and be like full steam ahead. And then I think the other one could just be kind of a background where you just put one video up a week or something and call it good. Because in my head, the kind of dream scenario that I'd like to have is to kind of be doing client work, but where I don't have to really edit anything. I just kind of I'm a crew member, and then focus on the YouTube stuff, and the YouTube stuff kind of takes care of itself. I mean, it doesn't take care of itself, obviously, but like, it's the money just comes in through ads, and then maybe I could build products like some merch or something, and then that between those two things, have enough money, start putting money aside into the stock market, and then start having that third source of income, and then maybe if I could build up enough stuff to have a pile of money, start investing it in outside of the stock market, by way of, I think, building out a production studio and bringing in other creators, and kind of, there's these things called multi-channel networks, which are really gross, because basically they were just like managing your channel and taking a cut, and giving you fucking nothing in return. But I'm like, well, what if you like had something to offer other creators and you took a cut, but it was in exchange for, so it's like having a production studio that people could come use, or maybe it's even just like hiring on some editors to make more so that I wouldn't edit and I could just focus on writing the content, filming the content, and then even then outsourcing the writing part or the filming part to some degree, and building, and then getting to the point where I had, say, 10 or 20 different YouTube channels. I think that'd be awesome. I think that'd be a good life, and kind of make fun stuff, and then also still do client work on the side. Maybe if I had a team, then I could feel better about doing client work, I think. Yeah, this video got real spaghetti brain real quick, didn't it? But the TLDR is I want to be full steam ahead this summer. Like, I feel like I see the writing on the wall to some degree, in that, like, the filmmaking world is getting commoditized, it's getting faster, it's getting easier, and like, I feel like I'm getting, I want to say like I'm getting less work, but I'm not getting less work. I'm getting the same or more work, but like, steady clients are less common, and the work the steady clients do give is less. So I'm having to have more clients, just to get that same number that I used to get, where I used to be able to have like 2 clients, and I could like guarantee like I'd be making like $3,000-4,000 a month, like from there, just from the 2-3 big clients. And now it's like, I might get a call from them every other month for like 1-2 days, and it's like $1,200, but I have a larger stable of clients, so I'm kind of just hedging my bet, and I think YouTube seems like the best way to do it, to take the skills I have and go forth. So that's where I'm at. That's what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I think that's a good point to end it on. So yeah, there'll be a lot of new stuff coming this month, this year, this summer. It's gonna get weird, and it's gonna be great, or it won't be. It'll suck. But I'll put a lot of time and effort into it, and that sucks. So anyway, I hope you're doing well, and if not, well, I hope that turns around for you real soon. And yeah, also, side note, last thing. So I talked at the beginning of the video that my mental health has been steadily getting better. There's an app, and this isn't sponsored. It's an app called Finch, Finch, and basically it's like, it's just this little bird, and you do these tasks, and you do like check-ins and like mental health quizzes about your current mental state, and then that based off what you do, the bird gets like jazzed up, and then he goes on an adventure, and then he goes, and so it's like cheap therapy because it's free. There's a premium version of the app. It's really good, and I'm liking it a lot. I've been doing it for like a week now, and see if that doesn't do something for you. Finch, Finch, it's free. Give it a shot. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.